Ah, we started. Ha. So, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna do Artstation reviews like always. And what do we have on screen? This is the dragon I did yesterday for the stream. And this dragon, by the way, I worked a little bit more on it, but just a little bit. I probably will make it good for 3D printing. We'll see. What I did also today is I made this with the AI. So this is the same dragon from the same concept, I mean, but made with AI. So AI is developing. Obviously, it's not exactly where it needs to be, and it probably will not be. These are just when people are developing AI, some kind of AI, it should be profitable. It should work for most people. And making 2D images, making pictures is working for everybody. Everybody can do that. Everybody is, can share the pictures and everything. But with the 3D, you need a 3D program to actually look at the thing that you have made and to change it and to edit it. It's much more niche. So my opinion is that the AI for 3D will not develop that much and that fast as that with the 2D. So we are safe for now. It's absolutely, as you can see, we are absolutely, completely safe. This is just absurd. Yeah, shade flat, you can see. It has some weird stuff. It has actually things that look kind of fine, and maybe, just maybe it could be used as a base, but I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, it could be used as a base, kind of, for somebody who doesn't like to do bases, but I like to do them. So for me, AI right now, 3D AI is completely off the books. I don't like it at all. So let's continue with the Artstation reviews, which are here. So the next one is this guy. He was sculpting for almost 8 months. So that's very good to see exactly what are we looking for here. So 8 months and achieving this kind of level, as we see here on the thumbnails, it's pretty remarkable. We see a pretty good anatomy. Yeah, the renders a little bit dark, a little bit muddy, not so much contrast, but and also this can be developed a little bit further with materials and more detail and longer shoulder, I mean taller shoulder. The shoulder itself may reach for at least here, but those are just nitpicking. For 8 months of work, all those things, I don't know if it's possible actually, but it's great. Even we have something like a low poly here. We have textures or something like textures. Although the armor itself is not exactly low poly, it's pretty high poly. But it doesn't matter. What matters is a pretty good, I mean, for 8 months work, for 8 months practice, those are amazing. Those are just out of this world for 8 months. Even for like 2 years, those are just very, very nice. So yeah, we like it. We like it. Let's see this one. And pretty good, I would say. Let's see the last one. The last one usually is the last one. Okay, we have... I don't believe this is for 8 months. Why? For 8 months, because this anatomy is pretty good. The shoulders now are long enough and everything. Probably this guy was drawing before, so he has some artistic background. Otherwise, for 8 months, you cannot reach this level. It's, in my opinion, it's impossible. 8 months, and probably working every day for at least 5 to 6 hours every day. Maybe it's kind of reachable, but I'm just impressed. Yeah, I'm genuinely impressed. Okay, this guy. I'm 60. I only started drawing and learning 3D 2 years ago, after I retired. I do freelance work in graphic design, so here what I've got. Not emphasizing the best work or for sales. I just draw something, do some orders, then sculpting a little bit at a time. Okay, let's see. GG Nomad, 60 years old. So he has a drawing background, obviously. He was drawing and not professionally, just doing graphic design for money and sculpting. Is it sculpted? We cannot say. Blender and Photoshop and Krita. Okay, this one is probably drawn. Okay, the drawings we cannot judge, and also, as I said last time, the last reviews that I did, when I'm judging somebody, I assume that they are on a certain level or a certain practice. For example, they have practiced for at least 2 years or something. If it's less, then it's difficult to judge. That's what I'm saying. When you post your Artstation portfolio, post your actual time that you have done this. For example, some people post 8 months, but 8 months doesn't mean anything. If you want to mean anything, just consider how many hours you have spent learning and doing this. So the hours are important, not the actual like months or years, hours. You can spend, you have been doing it for 8 months. Okay, 8 months, very cool. It looks like a lot of time. But if you work 1-2 hours every week, it will be how many hours? Very little, like 100 or 150 hours is just nothing. But if you work every day for 8 months, for 10 hours every day, almost every day, it will count to about 2,000 hours, I think. Yeah, about 2,000 hours. So the big difference, 150 hours could be, or 2,000 hours, which is completely different picture. So the previous guy, I guess, was more on a 2,000 hours instead of the other way around. Yeah, I was drawing the same things with pen, not pencil, with pen. I was drawing from the bodybuilding magazines. By the way, this is a very good exercise for anatomy, to learn anatomy, to draw those guys. Pretty good exercise. Okay, we don't have anything about this guy, Sergi Gomez from Barcelona. He's a video game character artist with a generalist background. Learning on my own, finding new ways to improve my art. Okay. Character artist, and he's making this. This looks amazing. The thumbnail itself, which is this one, it's a little bit off. Why? It doesn't have the right overall silhouette, because the hand is inside the silhouette and the silhouette is kind of dull and boring. This one is a little bit better probably, but still the background color is very close to the color of the character. So here again we don't have the contrast between background and foreground, which for a character we want to show the character. So contrast between the foreground and background is nice to have, especially for the thumbnail. For this image, this obviously looks amazing and the render is fine and the materials are very cool, but this one I like more. You see how the contrast between foreground and background is much better. We have more kind of a lights, more shiny armor and stuff. It's very nice. Yeah, this character is wow. And from this concept to do this beautiful character, it's also a good, very good thing. It speaks very well, because this concept is not something amazing. It's a little bit, you know, chaotic inside the armor here, but the result is almost perfect. I mean, it's very, very nice. I don't have anything against it. Let's see other things. This guy is an actual character artist and a good one, I would say. Yeah, this one, I'm not sure. The anatomy is off a little bit here on the knee, and it's not even close to the level of the last one. So this one I would remove if I was having this portfolio myself. This one also, I'm sure that the guy has kind of something like nostalgia or just the feelings about those things, because they are his, let's say, first, or something works. But you shouldn't have that. I mean, if you want to have a professional portfolio, especially, because, maybe you don't realize the difference. In Artstation, I consider a portfolio in Artstation a professional portfolio. Professional. So you're actually looking for a job. You're actually showing your best works. You actually want the people to think that you are good. And of course, you should be good. For example, this one, it's a little bit, when I look at the thumbnail, I would not click on this. I clicked on this just to show that probably it's a nice overall model, but the presentation of the thumbnail is not as good. I understand that Sergey wants to communicate with us a little bit of background story, like this character is from the depths, he's living inside some kind of thing. But if you're a character artist, you should think more of presenting the character instead of the background. And yeah, it's cool to have this view of like it's underwater and everything, but this doesn't present the character in the best possible way. We need more contrasty and nice look, at least on the thumbnail, in my opinion. Let's see this one. Doesn't look bad, but since this is just a face with a little bit of accessories, I don't know, it's fine. It's fine because it's contrasty. When you look at the concept, not the concept, but the thumbnail, it's fine. But I don't think it's necessary to duplicate. It looks a little bit strange to duplicate your works. So just one of those to leave it, it's fine. The last one is just superb, and the other ones you have to consider removing most of them, just in my humble opinion. But I shouldn't say my opinion, since it's obvious that this is my opinion. So yeah. Yeah, this is the Discord server. Yeah, I didn't say that, but this is the Discord server, my server, and it has 9,000 people in it. It says here all members are 9,000, and we have Artstation portfolios, where you can place your portfolio for eventual review from me if we have the time. But today I plan to review all the portfolios from here to the last. We'll see. This is a beginner 3D artist. Let's see, Polar Goose. We have pretty amazing hands. I like them a lot. So, it's not that difficult to make this kind of hands, actually. The problem is you have to spend a lot of time making them. So, you're making these hands, you're starting with one hand. Then when it's kind of on a certain level, you duplicate it, make it two hands, mirror it. And then you make the pose, you play with it for hours to make the pose nice, and then you continue to develop the hands. You look at your own hands, the same pose, you're trying to develop the same wrinkles and everything, and eventually it will happen. But it takes a lot of time, and at the end the result is worth it, because you are showing something that looks pretty professional. So that's cool, I like it. And let's see this. This one is a whole character. Okay. I guess this is a high poly, or it could be the low poly. Yeah, it's a low poly. It's actually a low poly. Yeah, so this is baked. Okay, we have a normal map. We have everything. Let's see if we have the most important thing is this one. The wireframe. To see where your loops are, how your geometry is going. And the triangles here are a little bit too much in some areas, especially, for example, here we can have way less. On the gloves also we can have way less. So I'm guessing that some of this is unwrapped, not unwrapped, but retopologized, not by hand, but with some tools, which is not exactly the good thing. But I like the head and the hair, it's fine. So yeah, 100,000 triangles is a little bit too much, but it works, and in most game engines right now and most things it will work. So it's a good exercise, I would say. So good things, just two artworks, but it doesn't need more. If you have, you will always have 10, 20 artworks. You shouldn't put them. I mean, you should put only the best, only the current best ones. Otherwise, it's not good. So, several months of work, probably 40 or 50 hours for this model. Let's see, this model looks pretty good on the thumbnail. Alright, so for anime lovers, or is this anime or manga, whatever it is, pretty good, I would say, because this is 3D and it looks like a drawing. So I would say amazing work, very nice. I might say that the legs seemed a bit too short, but this is just, you know, my taste. And it could be a little bit longer, because now she looks a little bit more like a dwarf on the legs, but probably it's fine for the manga style or whatever. And by the way, this girl is the same like this one. It's not the same, but it's similar. It's probably the same. Zelda, okay. I don't know if, again, it's good idea to post the same type of girl a couple of times. This is different, yes, with longer legs and everything, but it's also 2 times here. Yeah, it has a dragon in this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, just pick one and post it. This one, of course, everybody see has to be removed immediately. This also is not needed. You have posted other weapons in here. Maybe leave just 1 or 2 posts with weapons, because there are a lot of weapons, okay? But if you want to be a character artist, just post characters with weapons. And those weapons, I don't know. This thing, of course, doesn't belong here, in my opinion. Yeah, it's an animation of a prison corridor, but, you know, it's a presentation for university, okay? Ah, we have a girl inside. But seeing from the thumbnail, nobody who is looking for a character artist will click on this thumbnail, you know? I'm looking for a character artist. Oh, what is this? A prisoner tunnel. Oh, let's click on it. No, nobody will say that. So this has to be removed. And also, or at least the thumbnail should be something else, not exactly this thumbnail. The thumbnail should contain the character. Other than that, yeah, remove the things that are the same, similar. For example, this one is the same as this one, is the same as this one. Yeah, with the different pose, this has animation and everything. Yeah, let's see this guy. He's coming out, drawing the sword, putting it on the shoulder. Okay, the animation is nothing to brag about, I may say. So I don't know if it belongs here. But yeah, you have to decide how many of these you should keep. If you keep just 2 or 3 of them, for example, if I want to make this portfolio the best possible, what I will do, I will keep just this one. Probably this one with the dragon, with a little bit better render probably, or the background should be more like this, more interesting. And maybe this one. Just 3, and that's it. Nothing else. Everything else will just be hidden. You will not delete it. You shouldn't delete it. You don't have to. But hide it. And leave only 3 artworks. It will make your portfolio much better, in my opinion. Again, I said my opinion. Okay. 3D character artist here, Sako. Ooh. We see... this is from the Superhuman Anatomy course, I guess, because the pose I recognize. This is from the Female Anatomy course. This is not from my course, this is not from my... This is from the Superhuman Anatomy course again, I guess. But it's a figurine, which is cut, and it looks not bad. The abdominal muscles are a little bit too uniform. When you look at a human with abs, they are never this well placed, you know. They are always a little bit misplaced and everything, and this will give the character a little bit more life. But it's always like cut and made, so yeah. But this cut looks very nice. Here, those folds are a little bit boring, but on here they look kind of nice. But they are, you know, parallel to each other, not very good. There is no diamond pattern. There is a little bit here, but not too much. So folds are boring on this one. Oh, this one looks cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And what I like here is contrast between the character and the background. Checked. Nice metallic feeling about the metals. Check. And relatively nice pose. It's not boring. Check. The character is kind of complicated. It's fine. Check. So everything is good. The character is interesting also. So it's a cool character. This one is from the stream, the Mortal Kombat that I did Goro. Not bad. Not bad at all. And let's see this one. Yeah, do we have a low poly somewhere here? I don't think so. Maybe those are because they are from Unreal Engine. Should be low poly, right? Usually when you put it in Unreal, it should be a low poly. Okay, this is for materials. What we don't see... Actually, it's a low poly. I see it on the shoulder. But where's the wireframe? Where is the... Ah, here is the wireframe. But it's triangulated, which is not a good wireframe in my opinion. Again. So, you know, try when you have a wireframe, when you have a low poly, try to make the wireframe, but make it not triangulated, so it's simpler to see. Also, when you give an animator a triangulated mesh, it's not a good idea. Because animators, they want to be able to select loops. And when it's triangulated, the loops cannot be selected anymore that easily. So that's one of the reasons the animators like not triangulated meshes. This one looks nice. And even the folds on the pants are not bugging me that much. On the Wolverine, they are bugging me. On this one, not so much. So, yeah, good thing. I probably wouldn't remove anything. It's looking fine. All the thumbnails are nice and crisp. This one, I would put shadow on the floor here. But this is just me. You know, it's not mandatory. Hi guys, this is my portfolio. Says Rod, Sala, and folders. I am not completely on folders, but let's see what people are saying in the chat. Good stream, Nico. Thank you. Hopefully it's good. Need a bit better presentation, focus on lighting and framing composition. That's, you know, better presentation and focus on lighting and composition and materials is also applicable to everybody, even to me. You know, it's not easy. Have a better studying a Nico head portrait, pausing every second, writing down what Nico did in notebook, then doing those things, but there is not enough info, get lost because between stylus, mouse, keyboard. I don't know, they don't call him speech art for nothing. Nico doesn't daily around or daily around. Animator or rigger. What tablet are you using? Okay, they're speaking to each other, the people in the chat, which is great. Back-to-back stream, I don't know about that. And what does it mean, actually? What do we see here? We see an orc. Check my portfolio, the orc says. And the orc is rendered pretty well. It's light and bright and visible, and it's pretty good. This one also, it's nice, although there are a little bit of muddiness here on the shadow, but other than that, it's looking great. I would like a little bit more brightness and a little bit more color. This one is drawn, this one is drawn, this one is from the course, the Viking course, which is great. Let's see the Viking course actually one. Ooh, Lone Viking by Rod. Rod has made a presentation with a Viking ship and everything for this character. And he made a shield and gold coins, and the sword is a little bit different. Very, very good job, I would say. Very good job. And here behind, I like the fuzziness of this, the color stuff. Very nice. Yeah, very, very cool. This is one of the best representation of the Viking course I've seen. Udemy teacher, okay. Yeah, but it's nice that you have spent your time and made it a little bit different, a little bit your style, which is great. You can make it absolutely to the point from the concept or from my course, but you can also put a little bit of yourself. I don't remember those horns, by the way. They were different on the actual Viking. So those are different horns, which is great again. So yeah, we see pretty cool things. This one, I know it's Rick and Morty and everything, but it's a drawing, and yeah, I don't think it belongs to the portfolio. This one looks cool, from the Rafa Souza Academy. Yeah, cool. But the idea is that, yeah, those, they can stay. This one, probably, yeah, although face anatomy, this one I like a lot. You know, monsters are much easier to make than humans. Human is a little bit of a different thing. Especially female. Female is kind of difficult to make, especially to look good. But the drawings, in my opinion, doesn't belong to this portfolio. This portfolio, if you want to be your professional portfolio, needs to be only 3D characters, because your characters are nice and you can just leave the characters here and it will be completely enough for the portfolio. This is a cool horse, by the way. Not bad. So yeah, this is my opinion. Those drawings, especially, which one was this one is a little bit childish, a little bit this kind of not a clean and nice style as you want. But you know, actually the mix of the drawings and the characters, it's kind of cool, and it kind of shows that the guy can do everything, like drawing and making a concept and then making it in 3D, which is fine, but leave only the best artworks that you have. Even if there are 2 or 3, just leave those, and the other ones just let go away. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, we have Arthur from Brazil. This is his last work. Angry Cowboy. The cowboy looks like a ghoul, but it has a nose. The nose is a little bit too short, and this chin is a little bit too big, and there are a little bit too much bumps on the face, which doesn't have too much logic in them. But I like the hat, although the material of the hat is a little bit chaotic. Overall, you have to work more on the anatomy of the face, I guess. But it depends, you know. It depends how much time you have spent up to this point, and how much experience do you have. We don't know that. Here we can have a little bit more folds on this sweatshirt, or whatever it's called. And other than that, it looks pretty cool. It's a stylized male head, and it's not bad. It's actually good. This one is female. Punk. From this concept. Looks pretty cool. And this one is not very cool. I don't know from what concept is this. You know, when you're working, try to not put works that you have done without concept in your portfolio. That's a good point. When you work and when you try to do 3Ds, to think and make 3D and thinking about the concept part of things, you need a lot more experience to do that. In the beginning, you like to work from best concept you can take. the best concept you can find, like this one, for example. This is from a good concept like this one, and it came out a good model. This one, I don't see a concept. I don't know, probably there is no concept. This is just from imagination, and the model is not that good. So try to make them mostly from concepts. And even if you do something like this without a concept, and this is your first character, which is great because your anatomy is pretty much on point for a first character. My first character had way worse anatomy, although I was drawing before and I knew some anatomy before I started doing 3D. But even with that, my first character was way worse than that. So good for you. But I wouldn't put my first character in my portfolio. Also, if it's without any concept. I mean, a good concept is making usually a good model, especially if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, definitely use good concepts. This looks nice. This looks pretty nice, I would say. Yeah, the head is a little bit too big for my taste, but it is absolutely fine for this character in my opinion. This distance here is a little bit too big for the length of the character in my opinion. My opinion again. But it's fine. Other than that, looks cool. Yeah. Nice characters. I like it that everything is rendered nicely, with lights, with attention to the render, not just print screen and put it in the portfolio. It's rendered. This one, for example, looks like almost like a figure, like a real thing, because it's with very nice lights and very nice render. And it's rendered where? In Blender. Very nice. So it's modeled in ZBrush. Probably something is done with it in Blender. In Substance Painter also. It's very cool. I like the render a lot. It's very realistic. It looks like the actual thing, you can touch it. And materials and everything. Professional work, I would say, with this. This one. Not bad, but the character itself, I know this character. The character itself is not very good to make, you know, models out of it. But I guess some people are liking this character. I'm not sure that I like it too much. Good job. Good job. Again with the big head, which is fine because it looks more realistic, more natural. When I do a character like this, I usually make the head slightly smaller, so the character itself looks more strong and big. But here I like it. I like the anatomy of the legs. It's pretty nice. The overall visibility. Here around the elbow and this huge biceps and this kind of smaller forearm, it bugs me a little bit. But other than that, it looks very nice. And also here on the face, we have a little bit of a problem. Yeah, those things are a little bit too much. The face, the mouth is a little bit too big, too wide. Other than that, a good job, especially with the renders. This is a example of a guy that he have a very good ability to render, very good ability to put materials and nice render, nice lighting. And his sculpting ability is also on point. So good job. Of course, the sculpting ability needs to be better. Render ability is amazing. So just the sculpting ability needs to go a little bit more. So with practice, everything will be nice. Sometimes I think, maybe I'm not right, sometimes I think that rendering nicely with good materials and good lighting is more difficult than learning how to sculpt, because learning how to sculpt an anatomy is a question of time and just effort. Probably the render is also, but you have to want it probably so bad. Do you want to try using AI to create character and then sculpt it? I have done that, and I have done numerous 3D sculpts from AI concepts, where I can send portfolio. In the Discord, of course. In the description of the video. Nico, do you still do some drawing? Sometimes, yeah. The Nico talks about dangerous topics that'll take to the sun. The Nico who makes it the hard on Nico soft. It doesn't matter, Nico soft, Nico hard. What is this? This is some transformer. Okay, I don't completely like the design of this one. I don't know if it's from concept or not. We don't see the concept here. We don't see any description actually. Ah, we see the description. Yeah, it's inspired by something in the Michael Bay movies. Okay, let's see the shark. Street sharks. Yeah, this is from the monthly challenge, weekly challenge of the street shark challenge. And I like, you know, here there is a presentation. We have a render with rim light here in the back. It's a little bit dark overall, could be lighter. But we have also a turntable, which not many people do because it's time consuming. On your PC and on everything, it's a little bit time consuming. Not many people do that. But if you do that, you will be a little step ahead of the others. Of course, if I do the turntable, I would like for my model to look good from all sides. So a little bit of wrinkles here. I mean folds, and here folds over here, and some on the bottom here. Yeah, a little bit more work is needed for this model especially. Did I saw other models actually? Yeah, we saw the transformer and this shark. And let's see the Venom. The Venom is a little bit too dark for my taste. And here he is playing a ballerina because he's touching the ground with the tips of his toes, which usually is not the case when we are walking or doing something. So yeah, there are things that they are a little bit and we have to be careful. Let's see this. The face needs more work. The body is overall, the silhouette is fine. But yeah, and here I like those muscles, but the presentation lacks a little bit in my opinion. It just doesn't have the ambient occlusion, the crevices, the cavity darkness, and it's a little bit flat. When I squeeze my eyes, it stays a little bit flat in some areas. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? We have a portfolio. Very nice. Do we have something about any of those guys? No. Yeah. So we don't know anything, but let's see. This, pretty good job. Very nice. Especially this first thing is kind of a render. It's not just a print screen or something. It looks like a render, and it's looking almost like clay. So it's pretty cool. This one also, nice render. Good, but you know, here we have a problem. It looks like his arm is broken from the shoulder a little bit. So more anatomy. Let's see, this one is 11 years ago. Wow, 11 years ago, I don't think I would be able to make something like this. Let's see something more recent. What's happening here? 11 years ago. This is more recent, I guess. Last year. Very nice. Wow, a very, very cool material. A very cool material, looks like marble or some kind of stone. Pretty nice. But the model itself is not developed very well. We can see here the fingers, the toes. They are not developed well enough. They should be. Other than that, it looks cool. Let's see this guy. Not bad, but comparing that to the other one, it's a little bit strange. The other one had this nice material, nice render. This one is more cartoony, a little bit more stylized, which is fine again. Just comparing. Yeah, I don't like the super dark and black shadows. But this is me. This is, I don't know why are those close-ups. They are not exactly needed here, in my opinion. Those super close shots. This is some kind of a toy art, but still we start with by seeing just some face with something, and just something that we don't know what is exactly, probably a mouth of some creature, or I don't know. These are some things, and yeah, it's interesting, it's artistic, but it's not exactly a presentation of a character that much. This one is amazing mosquito, I would say. Yeah, we have a turntable. The render is great. It looks almost realistic. I mean, yeah. So it looks amazing. Let's see. A motorbike, let's say. A cool motorbike. A Mustang, one of my favorite cars, by the way, Shelby Cobra. Very cool. Not bad. And the render and everything, this guy knows how to render. He's an old artist. I mean, if this was 11 years ago, the bad thing is that his anatomy hasn't developed that much in those years. Probably he was doing something else for those years, and he got back to the sculpting at some point. I'm not sure, and we don't know the story. But some of these things, especially the old ones, needs to be removed. This is 9 months ago, so it's kind of old, kind of new. This is kind of new, and it looks relatively fine, but this is work in progress. Again, and it says here, it's work in progress. I don't think that in your particular artistic portfolio, professional portfolio, you need works in progress. And again, here in the shoulders, there's something a little bit wrong. So yeah, you have to pay attention to the shoulder. Otherwise, it's cool. Even 3 years ago, it was cool. This is a cow, which is a sacred animal in India. So I guess that's why. Although I have made a cow too. It's not sacred in my country. We eat it a lot. But I modeled the cow also. And I sell the cow in... where was this? CG Trader? No, it was TurboSquid. The TurboSquid side, I sell one rhino and one cow. These are my expensive models in TurboSquid. Sunrise, Melon Man. Beginner artist is this Melon Man. So the Melon Man, I saw his works before. I just went through the portfolios and see. So he's more like a visual artist, a motion designer. We see here, motion designer. So not exactly a character artist, but it's very cool to see what's happening with the 3D, how everything is moving and the renders. Let's see the other things. Yeah, we see here some showreel, which is a little bit too long first page, and then we see some product renders, some artistic stuff, some advertisement, I guess. And he's actually, I guess, good like motion designer with 3D. So yeah, what can we say? It's looking cool. We need more artworks to judge, to be able to judge. And he's from Kazakhstan, which is great. We don't get too many people from Kazakhstan, from Turkmenistan, from Tajikistan, from all the stans, from Armenia, from Azerbaijan, from Iran, from Syria. We don't get too many people from there. And I like to see more, but I guess what you like doesn't matter that much. How much did you get from that cow? The cow that I sell in TurboSquid. Let's see. I guess I sold it like 3 times or something. The cow. Not too much. Not too much at all. Cow. I'm writing cow in TurboSquid right now, and the TurboSquid site is a little bit different right now. So let's see. When you write cow in TurboSquid, you have a lot of images, a lot of results. And the first ones, they usually are the best ones. Let's remove this. Yes. So the most selling ones are the first ones. And then mine is not even close to this very good ones. That's why I don't sell it. You know, if you want to buy a model, you will buy usually a cow that is good looking to your taste. Those are very realistic and very nice looking cows with very nice materials. And if the cow is also rigged, you will buy it. It's much more prompt to buying than if it's not rigged. So let's go to the next page. Mine is not on the first page. Maybe it's not on the second page either. I'm not sure where how mine was looking, but I guess we'll have to see. But it's not that good. I mean, that's why people don't buy it. When I posted it, there were not too many cows on this site, and this site is one of the biggest sites for 3D artworks to sell. And if you want to sell your artwork here, high polys usually don't sell too much. You have to do a low poly with nice textures, nice materials and renders, and rigged, and that's the best. When it's rigged, it's selling. My cow. How many years ago I put the cow here? Many years ago, and it's not here. We're not even seeing it, you know, it's not anywhere. The cow is not existent, my cow. Probably it's somewhere in the pages. So if your cow or your model is somewhere back in the pages, and in the beginning it will be, there is not a big chance that somebody will find it. That's why these days it's very difficult to get your model, to sell your models, even if they're good. In the beginning, people will see models that are a little bit older, that are sold very well, they have a lot of sales and good reputation. People will see those models first. Your model will go somewhere back, like my cow is. I cannot even find it here. Let's try to find my rhino. Rhino, okay, we have rhinos here. Very nice rhinos. An animated rhino we have. Mine is only rigged, so it's not animated. And those rhinos are looking amazing. I don't know if they are that good, but yeah, it's just wow. With amazing texture, very high quality, very, very good looking. My rhino is worse than that. But if, imagine, if you want to do a rhino, how do you find references for the rhino? You go to this site, this particular site, you go here, and you just get the best possible references, because obviously this rhino is amazing. This is very well made rhino. It's almost like a scan, so you can use it as a reference to do your own rhino easily. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it's nobody will know, so it's fine. And for the elephant, for a horse, for any animal, you can do that, because people have spent a lot of time finding nice references, going to the zoo, photographing animals to do this, and then you can just use it. You know, you can use it as a reference. By the way, the hippo is looking exactly like this. It's just kind of a elongated sphere with head and legs. The hippo is a very, very awkward animal. So my rhino is also here, nowhere to be found. And as I said, it's way worse than those. This is my rhino actually. Anatomically correct, yeah, but the texture is a little bit meh. And yeah, Nico Hart, this is me. This this is my rigged rhino. I rigged it, I modeled it, I textured it. It's not bad, it's not particularly bad, but it's a little bit lower quality than the other ones. So yeah, we have a texture, we have the rig, everything. And I sold this rhino a couple of times, maybe 5-6 times I sold this rhino for 85. But in this case, I get a little bit, something like $60 from one sale. So for, let's say 5 or 6 years, maybe 6, maybe more, maybe 7, I'm not sure, years that this rhino is for sale here, I sold it no more than 10 times. It's not that much. And if we go to my profile here, we can see I have this anatomy model for print, which I sell for 99. It's too much in my opinion, but it's fine. We have the rhino, we have the cow. Here is the cow. Amazing cow, as we can see. Yeah, it's super stupid. It's compared to this amazing cows that we saw. Oh, not so good. But a good source of reference is this site, TurboSquid. It's very good. Do you think it's worth to have a graphic tablet with display when it comes to sculpting field? Mine has no display and I was thinking about one with no. I have always worked with displayless pen tablets without display, and I'm used to them, and I cannot work quite well with display tablets. It's not my thing. So if you don't want to give a lot of money, maybe some people are thinking that if they give a lot of money for a tablet, they probably will get something nice, and they will have more skill by giving this amount of money. No, it's not true. It doesn't matter how much money you give for a tablet, your skill will not change. I'm working with the cheapest Wacom tablet, which is one by Wacom, not Wacom One. Wacom One is a different one. I don't know why they named it this way. Wacom One is a display tablet. One by Wacom, the name, is the cheapest non-display tablet, and you can find it for probably $20-30 second hand, and there are many second hand tablets, one by Wacom, that are sold because people are getting them for gifts, they don't use them, and they sell them on the second hand market for cheap. So we can find a very good deal for this tablet, and this tablet I'm using for maybe 3 or 4 years already. It's absolutely enough for me, and I'm doing freelance. I was doing work for Gameloft when I was working there. I was doing my courses. Most of my courses after a certain point are made with this one by Wacom tablet. So it's perfect. Why would anyone buy your instead of the one you use as a reference? No. The idea is not that you will make a better cow using a reference from this site or a better rhino. It's not that. It's if you want to make a rhino or a cow for a client, or you want to make any animal, you go to TurboSquid, you go to this site, you find this animal there, and you will find amazing references because you can see it from all sides. It's much better than going to images in Google and trying to find it there, because you know it will be much more difficult to find references from the top or from other odd angles that you need. Let's see this. What is this? Choking. She's choking herself. This is modern these days, by the way, the choking. But don't do this at home. But is she choking? Yeah, she's choking herself. Why? This is probably some kind of art. This behind her, I like the old style of this faience tiles. It's very cool. And I like the skin also. The overall anatomy of the character, the overall modeling and everything is fine. But when we have some expressions on the face, it goes to the uncanny valley immediately. So it kind of looks uncanny. With the 3D and expressions, it's very difficult. You have to model them, you have to sculpt them very well, each expression, in order to look kind of fine. But even then, if you're not a very experienced artist, it's not gonna happen. So here we have good modeling, sculpting, good materials, and yeah, his skin is a little bit white but pale, but I guess that the character is like this. I don't particularly like the abdominal area. His abdominal muscles are enormously wide, so they reach a little bit too much on the side, so it's a little bit strange. Other than that, he looks very nice, but the render is extremely good. The materials are nice. What I don't like is that he looks like he's 165 centimeters tall because of the small head. If you want a character to look big, strong, and powerful, you need to make the head smaller, even smaller than a real character from this size. This one looks like he is kind of a, you know, light guy, 160, 170 centimeters tall. Yeah. But other than that, good job, especially with the render. I always appreciate a good render. What do you think about AI replacing? I think this. You know, AI, I did this with AI. The first one, and the second one I did yesterday on the stream for 2 hours. Yeah, the AI was faster. It did that for, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes. So, but this is absolutely unusable. And this one can be 3D printed and can be a nice 3D printed dragon that you can have. Also, of course, if you retopologize and make some adjustments, it can be rigged and animated and it could be a nice monster. I could retopologize this, make textures and everything, and rig it, make nice materials, and put it in TurboSquid for sale, and it probably will sell. But the only problem here with exactly this particular dragon is that I don't think I own the rights to do so, because this dragon is the idea of the dragon is of the guy who drew it, the guy who made the concept, this concept, which is greater than the 3D. It could be done. I mean, the 3D can be closer to the concept, but it needs more work. But I mean, you see, AI versus the human artist, my opinion. Okay, let's see this guy, Irfan from Pakistan. I like to see people from Middle East, by the way, and those more Eastern countries than my country. My country is one of the Eastern European countries, Bulgaria. This is one of my courses that I did for. It's not for Victory 3D. It was for something. Wow. This is a huge sword, and the sword looks very nice with nice material and glance in it. I think this render and this overall presentation of the character is better than mine in the course. So that speaks a lot. That speaks that this guy is even enhancing what he sees in the course, and he's making it better. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, the face anatomy can be a little bit better. Maybe the beard can, you know, more work on the beard. This looks a little bit soft. It doesn't look like a belt. It looks a little bit soft. But there are a lot of good things. I'm not saying the good things, actually. And you will ask why. I don't think the good things will elevate your skill. The bad things will, because you will know your mistakes. The good things, not so much. That's why they vote me the least favorite teacher in the Arc Academy where I was teaching. I'm no longer teaching there because they vote me the least favorite teacher there. You'll ask why. Because I was saying mostly the bad things. I was giving them bad grades because they don't give me a homework, or they are not present in my classes. So I give them bad grades, and they got it back to me, giving me bad grades. So one of the reasons, of course, there are other reasons that I'm a little bit tough. I mean, I'm not soft. I'm not saying like, okay, this looks very nice. It has nice lighting. It has amazing, the face anatomy is good, but you can work more on what? There is not too many bad things here on this model exactly, but you can work more on this and this and this. But overall, your model is amazing. So usually when you give feedback life on students, especially young students, the young people, they tend to get the sandwich feedback. The sandwich feedback is good first, tell them some good, then some bad, the actual feedback, and then a little bit of good at the end. So this is the sandwich. I was giving them just the middle. I was giving them just the meat of the sandwich. And they gave me the meat back when the grade came. So it doesn't work like that. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Monica is thinking to apply to the Arc Academy because of me, but I'm no longer working there. By the way, there's a online version of the Arc Academy. Again, it's 2 years, and you have a lot of classes of game design, of 3D, Blender, anatomy, and I'm teaching anatomy right now there on the online classes, and they are in English, and they are for everybody. They are for all the world. Everybody from the world can apply. Of course, the fees are pretty big. I mean, it's because it's not a class, it's not a course, it's an overall kind of thing for 2 years. For 2 years, we have classes every week. It's something like university but online. And I'm teaching anatomy there in the online. And when the online class is finished and they give me a bad grade, probably I will not teach anymore anywhere. Just online courses, you know. Did you teach in English? Yes, in Arc Academy we teach in English mostly. After eating that kind of sandwich, one might feel dead inside. Definitely, some people can feel dead inside. If you eat the sandwich that I'm giving you, the sandwich with only the bad things, but the normal sandwich that these days people like to hear is good. Yeah, very nice. I like this work. It's very cool. You can change the shape of this thing or this or a little bit of this and the texture of this, but overall it's amazing, very well, good job. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, okay, your folds are not very good, and especially on the pants looks a little bit dull, but overall it's fine, let's go. They don't like to hear that. And it's, yeah. Why don't you use Blender Octane? Is it not good? I don't know. Is it some kind of render or whatever? I'm not sure. Where do you get character reference? You get the 2D artist to draw it from multiple angles. Yeah, of course. 2D AI will never do that. They can do that, actually. And they do that pretty well, the 2D AI. Of course, you have to find the right AI and with the right prompts. People couldn't handle the meat you gave them. Yeah, but you see, they couldn't handle the meat I gave them, but they gave me the meat back and they throw me away from the academy. So I guess they managed to do it, you know. Nico, from course you have advised to learn basic rigging skinning to character artist. I don't know. You know, basic rigging or skinning, if I want to relearn it, I will go to Udemy, write rigging or skinning in Blender or in Maya or whatever I want to go, and you will find some courses. Find the course with the best reviews. Just look at the first couple of videos, which usually are free, and find if the person that will teach you is good enough for you, if he makes you fall asleep or something, and just buy it. And in Udemy the courses usually are for $12 to $15, so they are mostly affordable. Or you can go to the torrents, but the idea is that in Udemy you can find a course with the good rating and watch it. My courses thankfully have good ratings in Udemy, so people tend to buy them and watch them, so I can feed my family, which is great. Nico, did Blender improve recently regarding polycount handling? I'm not sure, I don't think so. How old are you? Me? I'm 43 exactly years old. What are your tips for becoming really good at anatomy? How do you study? How much time do you dedicate to it? I have no luck, you don't read me. Yeah, I don't read the Bulgarians, you know. So what are my tips for becoming really good at anatomy? So to become really good at anatomy, you need to have a good reference sheet. And for example, for feet and legs, you find, you can find those pages from Anatomy for Sculptures, which is maybe one of the best books for anatomy these days. It's modern. You can see scans, and you can compare scans with actual muscles and compare them to see where the muscles are, how they appear on the surface and everything. So, of course, you can also use the old masters. This is Bridgman Anatomy. And some things like for the proportions. So you can see all those things and put them in one file. Just, making a reference file is taking some time, but you have to put this time on in order to then just open it. Maybe when you find something in the internet, just add it, save, and then you open the file and start working, start practicing. Practicing is the key here. Practicing with intention. So you start with this, start sculpting a leg, watching this reference from the front, from the side, from the back, from the other side. Amazing. You watch it and you sculpt. You measure from here, from the bottom to here is the same distance as from here, the knee, to around this area here. So it has to be like this, otherwise some parts will seem longer and stuff like this. That's it. Just use a lot of references, real ones, and of course I have some real ones. These are some muscles, and in bodybuilders the muscles are visible very well. That's why I use them. Amazing stuff. Very nice. And you can make sculpting sessions, sculpting from this picture only. But when I reach the shoulder, I need to go and look at the shoulder anatomy somewhere. For example, I don't have too much shoulder. Here we have some shoulder anatomy. I look at it, then I go again back to the picture and do it. Clavicle, shoulder, chest, how they interact, how it's going. That's how we learn anatomy, with a lot of practice, and much, much more practice, but deliberate practice with references. Other than that, you cannot do it. What do you think about Unreal buying Sketchfab and Artstation and their new site Fab? I don't think anything about that, but Artstation also is bought from Unreal. I don't know. Artstation was bought back in the days from I don't know. But yeah, I don't know anything about that. Look at the models, Nico. They're garbage and will remain garbage. Yes. Little did the youngsters know that Nico approached to advance their skills. Yeah, but it's not the way how you do it these days. So my approach to feedbacks, it's not too much modern. That's why they don't like me. And a thing about an academy which is private is that it's profitable organization. So people are paying a big amount of money to go there, or their parents are paying usually. So their parents are paying some money and they go there in this academy and they learn. Some of them don't learn, but the idea is that they are getting there and the academy wants them to be happy, not to learn. This is not the academy doesn't actually need the people to learn and to be very good when they get out. They need them to be happy. And when the people are happy, they will recommend the academy to other people will apply. If they only learn, some people are not there to learn. That's always the case. Like 30% of the people are not there to learn. They are there to just pass the time because their parents paying and they're going there, like universities also. They're going there just to pass the time, just to party or whatever. And they just need to be happy. They don't need to learn. So that's one thing that I didn't do. I didn't make them happy because I thought that I'd have to make them better artists. But obviously, that's a little bit like my understanding, and the real world was not quite the same. Do you have some chapters about clothing wrinkles in your courses? Many people are asking me that, and I should make a course about clothes, mostly at some point, because I see a lot of people making mistakes. By the way, these clothes here are looking great, especially the jacket folds on the sleeves are pretty nice, because we have what? Marvel's Designer here. Marvel's Designer is great, and sometimes, if you know what you're doing, you will make very good folds with Marvel's Designer. Some of the folds here on the jacket are not that great, because they are not made with Marvel's Designer probably, but overall a good character. This one. This is from the course. Yeah, the male anatomy, the superhuman anatomy course. Not a bad job. Yeah, the legs probably are a little bit too long, but in my course I think I made the legs like superhero long, which is great because this is a superhero anatomy, superhuman anatomy, so it's not bad. Okay, these were made to push the Unity built-in shader, only started from a smooth, proper lighting techniques, a good result can be achieved, very lightweight. Okay, we don't see anything about exactly the guy, but good looking weapons. Yeah, kind of stylized, but with relatively realistic materials. They look cool. This guy is Milen Parvanov from United States. Milen Parvanov is completely Bulgarian name. So this guy, I guess, is kind of a Bulgarian, maybe living in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. And he mostly has drawings here, but characters, so he likes characters, which is great. When I was drawing back in the days, I would say that this, for example, is much better than my drawings. Or this. I probably couldn't draw something like this, I'm not sure. This is 4 years ago, so it's not AI. Looking good. This one, 5 months ago, so could be a little bit of AI. We don't know, because you see here we have nice, very nice, sketches. But here the face is much better than the sketches, than probably any of the sketches. So I'm not sure if this is not enhanced by AI a little bit. But overall, drawn, which is great. We have some 3D. So cool jobs, but a lot of works which are old needs to be removed, like always. I always say that. And this needs to be revisited. This is probably a Tomb Raider, some very dark thing. And I don't think this is needed here, the top part. This is too dark and it shows nothing useful for the user. I would like to see this one there probably, or something similar to that. I'm a male. Sometimes you realize you're a male, you know, that's bad. Bulgarski komšija, da, of course, Miloš. Do you have some chapters about color? Yes. Blender Octane, Blender Octane is a different Blender. It's not an add-on. I didn't know that. I have to check it out. What's your main income from? My main income is from my courses in Artstation or Udemy. You can find them in the description of this video, so check them out. Because this is my main income, definitely. It's hard to take harsh feedback, not personally, but it's far better for improving your art rather than getting very sweet feedback. Exactly. And some of the people were taking the harsh feedback very personally. Maybe I was a little bit more harsh for some people, I'm not sure. And they were writing me very bad reviews for like a teacher. So I turned out to be the worst teacher in the academy because of some of those people. But that's on me. I mean, if I didn't want to be like this, I would be completely different. I will be soft. I will give them the whole sandwich, not only the meat. And I would tell them that they are very good. It's amazing, very nice. Although they cannot find a job in the industry in the next 5 years unless they work very, very hard. But whatever. I'm sorry I'm writing Bulgarian because I don't feel secure to write in English. I stop to write if it's annoying. No, it's not annoying, but it's normal when everybody is writing in English in the chat to write in English, you know. So even if you don't feel comfortable or confident, I am also writing in English sometimes and making mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. In sculpting, in writing, it doesn't matter. You know, you will make mistakes. It's nice to know that you have made a mistake. It's a good thing. But even if it's not, you know, for the writing, nobody cares that much. Dynamic Anatomy, great old book for anatomy. There are a lot of great old books, but the Anatomy for Sculptors book is just top. I have a final exam in a few minutes. Nico, pray for me, please. I'm not the praying type, but I will. I will say, I hope you do it. Will there be official weekly challenge this week or on your Discord, Nico? Is the dragon or will it be next week? Let's put the dragon for the next week challenge. This week is already almost past, so yeah, it will be a rest from the challenge, but the next week maybe we'll put the dragon or something else. We'll see. Shouldn't sound harsh, that's professional feedback. Should be factual and valuable, practical. Yeah, but these days this is not like that. That was true 20 years ago or 30 years ago when I was a student. Nowadays, you have to be soft, very with a feather. You have to go with the feather, not with the stick. If you ask the dragon artist to draw his dragon from another angle, he would have to redraw the first one. AI can do that either, and certainly can't turn that non-3D thing into a 3D thing. Yeah, but you see, nowadays Photoshop, I saw a presentation, can kind of rotate to the artworks, which is great. AI, honestly, after a year of experience, I can say it makes a good look books. Probably, yeah. You can use Google Translate, dude. Definitely you can use Google Translate. Nowadays it's pretty good. Click because but. Exactly. Nico, thanks for the knowledge. No problem, you inspired me to continue my 3D sculpting journey. Very good. I'm talking about the guy writing in Bulgarian because don't feel secure. Yeah, you can use Google Translate. Hey Nico, do you like Blender 4.3? I had that every time I reopen a save, it resets all the brush settings. What do you think? I don't think it resets them. For me, it doesn't reset them, I think. So, I don't know. Maybe something wrong with your, defaults. I don't know. Hey Nico, how to get jacked like you? Jacked. And did you do Dragon Girl course with one hand only? No. I didn't do it with one hand only, with two hands. I always use my two hands, one for the keyboard, the other one for the tablet. But if you are implying that I was masturbating while doing the Dragon Curse, no, I wasn't. What do you think about University X learning on your own with online? So university versus online courses learning. I think both are valuable. In university, you can meet good teachers from the industry. For example, in Arc Academy, where they kicked me out of, they have a lot of teachers, and all of the teachers actually are from the industry. All of the teachers are actually working in game studios in the industry. So you will find people with real knowledge. You will ask them questions, they will know the answer because they are experienced and everything. If you are learning online, that's a little bit more tricky. That's a little bit more tricky to find person who will give you feedbacks and everything. But of course, it's much, much cheaper. And as we see from Gabriel Guerra, for example, I always give him as an example. He is a Brazilian artist. He managed to learn only from tutorials online without any money, to learn anatomy and character modeling for 1 year, just with dedication and willpower. What are the most common keys you use, Nico? The ones that warn the most. Probably control is the most worn key here. I don't see the writings on control. I use shift and alt also, but the alt is okay, the control is not okay. And A, by the way, the A key is in very bad shape. So probably the A key is one of my most used keys, along with the control. Control A is selecting all. Probably I'm selecting all the time. that was a good one. But yeah, it's like that. Wow, this is like interesting. What I would say here is it's fine. The render is very good, but the teeth are not good. The teeth are not good at all. These are not human teeth. They don't look like the first two teeth are big and wide. The second are a little bit smaller. The third are a little bit more sharp. Then the other ones are they have different feeling about them. They're different shapes, the teeth. These are the same kind of. So it's not exactly. I like the hair. I like the hair. And the render. And we need more knowledge about face anatomy. First experience creating 3D model following the full pipeline. Very cool. You see, we have those. I don't remember the name because I don't say it a lot. Yeah, candles. Okay, we have candles. We have a background stuff. We have very, very cool. And this guy has started his 3D journey, as we can see, 3 months ago. So this was made 5 days ago, but he doesn't have too much anatomy knowledge. But he has the willpower, I guess, to learn it. So very good. And we reached. Somebody said that this guy is the GOAT. Let's see. So some people say I'm the GOAT, which is absolutely not true. And this guy is also not the GOAT. Nobody is the GOAT actually, except for maybe Rafael Grassetti. Maybe he can be the GOAT. Hussein Diba also can be the GOAT. Gabriel Magno, or how is his name? He also can be the GOAT. So a lot of people can be the GOAT, but nobody probably is the actual GOAT. The Shaolin Shark. This, by the way, is the best representation of the concept that I've ever seen. It's just wow. Impossibly good. I don't know how long it took the guy to do this. This is the original concept from Nicola Saviori. Saviori. 6 months ago. It's just superb. Something that I don't know I can do, you know. It takes a lot of time and effort and, you know, thinking about the things, how to do this and doing it slowly and meticulously. This particular model took the guy at least more than 20-30 hours, I'm not sure. But yeah, the shader and lighting were done from another artist, but the model itself and the materials and the painting, it's just superb. It's very close to the concept because I know the concept. It was part of our weekly challenge. The Joker, a good job. I would say the very good job. Very realistic and stuff. This guy is working with ZBrush, obviously. And ZBrush is better than Blender. ZBrush is the best, I mean, the best sculpting software, hands down. Here, by the way, let's say something bad. Let's nitpick. The bad thing, those arms are overlit. So they are now mostly one color. And we don't see the 3D too much. And it's not good. So we have something to grab, you know. Other than that, it's amazing. But we can say some things, some bad things. This, by the way, looks awesome, especially on the thumbnail. When you open it, it's not that good, but on the thumbnail, it's amazing. When you open it, you notice that the hair is consistent of one type of strands. You need to have wider and narrower strands, like more variety would be better. And you have some variety, but it's not enough in my opinion. But the thumbnail looks awesome. Here, very cool. This could have a better render, by the way. This render for the thumbnail looks amazing, but when you get up close, it's not that good. but the model is just wow. I like it a lot. And although this seems like a simple model, and it is, it's kind of simple compared to the shark, it's pretty well made. And this guy is capable of doing nice things. He's a pretty professional 3D artist. I would say he's one of the best I've seen. And he has how many? What is happening here? 184 followers. It's just ridiculous, you know. And I'm following him, obviously. He's from Iran. I don't know, but this guy is very good, and he will get better. I'm sure that he's younger than me, and he's already kind of better than me in some areas. And he's better than me in one particular area, which is patience. He has the patience to do something like this, which I don't particularly have. If I do this for a course, probably I will do something similar, but I'm not sure how it will be this good with this nicer render and shaders and everything. I'm not sure. This is just, wow. Okay, this, we read it, this comment, it's fine, but I will delete it just so everything will be more compact here and we don't have too much spam. By the way, we have a lot of Artstation reviews to do, and I'm not sure we will do them today because already 1 hour and 30 minutes into this. Let's go to another one. This looks pretty cool. Okay. I like it. Wow, what I like the most here is not the face. The face is very nice. The face is amazing. Wow, it has animation. What's happening here? Where are you going? Wow. And you see the material of the skin, the shader, the lighting, render, superb. But I like the head, the hat, this casket, we call it here in Bulgaria. It's just wow, so nice. The overall character is super amazing. It's made with so many programs. You see here the marvelous designer for the clothes, and it's visible. The clothes, maybe the folds on the, they're a little bit too much, and they're also a little bit too symmetrical, because this is kind of realistic character, but he has so symmetrical folds. Here we have symmetrical in the front, in the back also it's kind of symmetrical, and on the sleeves they are completely symmetrical. But this is done because you want to make the arms just one arm, and you know, UVs and everything, just one arm. Although we have a tattoo here, we don't have a tattoo here, so I'm not sure. But amazing animation and everything. I don't know who made the animation, actually. Taking projects. The main purpose of this character to create cinematic with it. Very good. Very good. Materials. Very good render. Very good skin. It's just amazing made. Amazing. Amazing made character. It's difficult to do something like this. But this guy is doing it. And he's from this cinematic that we watched the last time we watched this. And he's not visible in the cinematic too much. But when we see him presented like this, this is the real deal. The real deal. And he has even a razor blade on his hat here. Amazing. I like it a lot. And many people are also liking it. I mean, usually nobody is liking the portfolios here, the Artstation portfolios. But this portfolio has already 5 people reacting to it. So, visibly, something is done right. Okay, nice stylized stuff. This is amazing. I mean, good render, good model, nice crisp thumbnail, pretty cool. Nice. This guy is kind of scared. Probably he saw a bear or something. And we have a low poly. Good. We have the textures. We have the high poly. The high poly, I don't particularly like the folds. They're a little bit chaotic here and here. The folds needs to be better, but other than that, good camel. Camel is nice. Good presentation. The camel is rotating. There are nice things. Materials are cool. We see the clay render. Then we see the wireframe at some point. Exactly. It's low poly. Very cool. So, nice things. Nice things. 73 followers is a shame. Some people just are probably new to Artstation. They are very good. But nowadays, however good you are, it's difficult to get a foothold in Artstation nowadays. And let's go and visit again this guy. So, this is from last year, but we don't see the exact. This is from last year. So, if you are a new artist in Artstation and you have some artworks, like 5 of them, pretty good ones, I advise you to upload the artworks one by one. So, upload one artwork, just one, today, and post it in different forums or whatever. So, you just get a little bit more likes and some followers. Then, after a couple of days, post another one. But don't post them in the same day and time. They will get lost and you will get nothing. No followers at all. So post them like after 2 days, post another one. Spam some forums, but be careful because they can ban you. In forums or in Facebook groups mostly. And, you know, do this. And then you will get a little bit of following at some point. How hard is to do the same things in Blender instead of ZBrush? It depends on what the thing is. But if it's something like this, not like this. If it's something like this, it's the same. The difficulty is the same. If it's something much more complicated with a lot of detail, it probably will be easier in ZBrush because ZBrush supports more polygons. Some uni courses are garbage because the teacher is garbage. Exactly. The teacher is probably still better than random dude on YouTube and can probably tell you where to find an answer to something. That depends, yeah. The thing is, in ZBrush you do things with one click while you need to click 20 times to reach the same thing in Blender. That's absolutely not true, but thank you for saying that. Yeah, accessibility of answer is critical to any teaching program. Just a video doesn't really cut it. It depends. For some people it cut it. It depends how you teach, how you learn. I'd always recommend uni. Why wouldn't you want to do that? You'll be more confident in your work, all things being equal. Yeah, but if you are from a normal family, you don't have too much money, and university usually, especially a good university like the academy that I was teaching at, the Arc Academy, it's a private academy, so they are a profitable organization, and 1 year in the academy will cost you around 5,000 euro. 5,000 euro for 1 year. So it's kind of a big amount of money for many people. That's why learning from YouTube videos or from courses from Udemy or from the torrent sites will probably get you up to a certain point. And also in universities like Arc Academy and any university, you will not learn only the thing that you like. You will not learn only characters and anatomy. You will learn game design. You will learn other things which involve games, which is fine, which is good. But you may not want to do that. You may not want to learn them. You may want to concentrate only on sculpting characters, for example, like I did back in the days. So university for me wouldn't cut it. Also, there were no universities like this when I was younger. The shark thing is from a course, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't seen this before. But the money and you don't meet any rich sculptors. Yes. Take the uni course, never pay it back. That's the way, exactly, yeah. Uni is good for a few things. I do it for diploma. Doesn't matter. The diploma doesn't matter. It's just a paper that nobody cares about. And networking. Networking is very important, actually. Other than that, I feel like it's more or less the waste of time. Take Speedchar live course more useful. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I like Speedchar because he starts early in the AM for me. Gets the day going right. Since I don't have to go to work for a while, it's a good inspiration for the day. That's a good thing. For some people it's like this, but since we live in a circular planet, and in some parts of the planet it's night, even now, we don't know. 5,000 euro is too expensive in country like Bulgaria, am I wrong? Yes, it is. But there are people who can pay that. It's for 1 year, so it's for around 10 months. Roughly, let's say 10 months. So it's 500 euro a month. It's bearable for some people. But not for everybody. It's not for everybody. In Hungary, I checked on CGI Academy, even the open day was online. And the course was also, so I haven't applied. Don't get me wrong, once you get going, you find out most things yourself. Exactly. But to get over that first few years, it helps give people access to who have no idea what it is. Exactly. If you have the opportunity to go to some kind of academy like Arc Academy just for 1 year, just to get you going, to answer most of your questions in the beginning, to start understanding the picture, the whole picture. Then, when you get going, you have the inertia already, and you will find courses for this, courses for that, and you will get knowledge and knowledge and knowledge. And when you gain enough knowledge, you will be able to do a whole character from start to finish with everything without too much of a hassle. Let's go to see Yusuf with his dragon. Yusuf and the dragon. Ooh. This seems nice. And why I like this? It's sharp, it's crispy. The folds on the pants are meh, not so good. And the material on the pants is strange. And here I would like this to be more sharp, this line in here for the sweater. But I like it. I like the overall look of it. Especially from the thumbnail. I cannot like it because it's differentiated from the background. But where's the dragon? We saw a dragon on the thumbnail, we don't see the dragon here. Those guys, by the way, look like they're scans. I'm not sure why, but overall proportions and everything, it looks like a scan. It may not be a scan. And let's see the high poly. The high poly looks pretty good. And Marvel's designer is used for some of the things here. But it still looks like a scan, which is a good thing. If it's not a scan, it's a very good thing that it looks like a scan. It means that this guy is good. Okay, we have a weapon, AK. It's not exactly an AK, but it's craft AK, okay? It's, you know, after those interesting models, those weapons are not good. I would remove them, at least, yeah, I would. Let's see this. What do we have here? What is this? This is just Artstation. So this guy has posted. Okay, this will delete. And the next message is again from him. This time his portfolio. Hopefully. Yes. Okay, so we don't know anything about this guy. Maybe he's young, maybe he's not. This is Superman from one of my streams 2 months ago. I did the stream a lot more long ago. And yeah, here, as we can see, it's a little bit childish. We need more anatomy knowledge. Because this is, like Procus says, this is a Michelin man. You know, the anatomy is not exactly that. It's not like this and like this and like this. There are flows in the anatomy. And if you don't know them, it starts to look like a Michelin man. But again, in the beginning, everybody's models will look something like this, even worse. So, yeah, hopefully this guy is... this was 5 months ago, and this was last week. So we don't have too much of development, but I'm guessing this guy is pretty young. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing. Or he's not that experienced in sculpting. That's why we have those models. We have Venera from Italy. Venera from Italy. Italia. Okay, let's see this. What is this? This is Blender. Did she make the model? Or this is some kind of scan? Because It's, yeah, the face is like, but overall, it's looking good. This is not a good render for the face, actually. We have to be careful. But this probably is the, it's her. It looks a little bit like her. A little bit. But it's a relatively good model, although I'm thinking that the arms are a little bit too short. The arms usually should reach about here. So they are a little bit too short. Or the legs are a little bit too long. I'm not sure. Most of the artworks are 2D, but we have 3D here. It's animation. Okay. This is a low poly. We don't have a high poly, so probably this is some model which is bought from somewhere, or I don't know, and animation is put on it. We cannot say, we cannot know, because there are, you know, when you show a low poly, for example, it's good to show the high poly, show it from all angles. You know, if you don't show that, then we think that this is a model got from the internet somewhere, nobody knows where from. Yeah, we don't have pretty good renders here. This is a concept, and this is the model. Good. So I think she's making those models. This one looks pretty good, the face. Pretty good, but I don't know, where is the high poly? I see a low poly here. I don't see the high poly. If I don't see the high poly, how can I believe it? And also, this is a very good and very well made face, and this one is not. But this is 3 years ago, and this is last year, so probably development in the face. And we have some just drawings from a couple of weeks ago. Mostly drawings we have, and some, no, this is very mixed portfolio with a lot of drawings, with a lot of characters which are anime characters, and we actually don't know. But it's not bad. This is 3 years ago again. It's looking good. Blender and Clip Studio Paint. I have mixed feeling about this portfolio because, for example, this one. What is this? These are some effects, probably made for, yeah, with some tutorials, but they don't have a place here. So this mask also, and some other things are just strangely placed. This character artist, but have this in portfolio. I would remove, if I was this girl, I would remove a lot of things, and this I like a lot. So this could be one lead piece in the portfolio, but maybe with a little bit more of the torso, so it would be good to be a bust, and also to see the high poly, a clay render of the high poly from different angles, just to be sure that we have something real here. This one, I don't know, it's just a simple drawing and doesn't belong to a professional portfolio, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. Delete this one. Okay, let's see this. Ooh, this seems cool. Cool. Many people struggle with the belief that they know more than they actually do. Yes and no, but yeah. Noko, do you think SpeedChart beat the Cristiano Ronaldo YouTube channel in the future? No, never will beat it. When I started in games using 3D and D-Paint, we had to work it all out without YouTube. You learn fast. Exactly. But we had some tutorials, by the way, back in the days. From here and there, you find some tutorials, Gnomon or others. Did you take Proco course? I don't take Proco course. You know, Proco is just having a video courses like me, and I bought his anatomy course. you don't need to buy the anatomy course from Proco. It's very good, but the most things, and the most things, especially for beginners, are in the free version of the course, of the anatomy course. So I just wanted to get a little bit more in. I can model anything in plastilina or water clay. All I need is to learn the control surfaces. We'll be all set. Very good for you. Jozo, okay, did you have already models you want to print on? You maybe start. Okay, people are chatting in the chat, which is the chat for. Let's see this one. This one looks very nice. I don't quite understand what's happening with her arm here. But, okay, shower fairy course. More than just a course, it's real adventure. I learned so much that it exceeds my expectations. So some guy is making a course that he's showing how to make this water fairy or shower fairy, and the result is pretty good. So probably the course, let's see the course, by the way. He's a competition of mine, so well, a very good render. I would say a very good render, nice materials, and amazing model. This guy is good. Let's see. He's working for Prime Studio. Yeah, he's making a lot of this kind of models for print. He's good at it. And making very good renders. And as you can see, amazing thumbnails also. So, good job. Good job. And the result for this guy is also pretty good, because you see the render is similar to the professional, and everything seems pretty nice. This is from a course, actually. This guy likes to do courses. This is also from that guy course, and this is from my course. It's a little bit different style, of course, as you can see, but this is a very, very good representation of my course. This guy is very good in making courses. I mean, I have to admit that he's very good, because this is a very good representation of the girl from my course, especially the face. I usually don't see that well-made faces from my courses. The face usually is giving up the guys who are making the course, because the face is like meh, and this guy had made amazing looking face, very nice. Admirations. It looks almost the same as my course. Let's see my course, by the way. What's happening here? Artstation.com. Let's go. View profile and compare. Let's compare. Where is the course? Where is the course? Here it is. No, mine is a little bit different, I think. But very close. Very close. Mine has a bit more rough features on the face. His has a little bit more feminine features of the face. But he's pretty good. I have to admit it. He's pretty good. Okay, good. Good job, man. Alessandro. Maybe Alejandro. Alejandro. Digital sculptors from Spain. Ooh. Fantasy Night from Pavel Hristov. Pavel Hristov looks like a Bulgarian name, by the way. And it could be. And this is from a concept from Pavel Hristov. Looks relatively cool, although could be better, I think. But from this concept, it's good. I'm not saying the concept is bad. It's just not the best to work from. But if you like the concept, usually you will make the best of it, because you like it and you have the will to work on it. This looks very, very nice. Sharp and good, and with nice low poly. Wow, And the vehicle is also low poly. Nice, nice. Looking good. Good project, I would say. This is personal work I did for fun. Aha, this is the thing. Very nice. We like it. This one is just a draw. No, this is not the drawing. It looks like a drawing, but it's actually a 3D. A pretty well made 3D. I like it. This one is... This is not bad actually. But it doesn't belong here. It seems like it's unfinished kind of. If it was having a nice render with nice structure like grain like marble or something, it would be better. Now it's not looking that, you know, it's fine for a whip or for practice. This also, but for the portfolio, not so much. This also looks unfinished. It just needs to be colored and it will look better, like the other ones. So yeah, maybe color more of your artworks, it will be better. But other than that, it's completely fine. By the way, why don't you have a thumbnail here? Let's see. Let's visit it again. Yeah, he doesn't have a top thing. That's why this is some generic image here. How many do you have? Oh, we have too much more. We will do a couple more and we will finish it. Because, you know, the problem is that while I'm streaming right now, people are uploading their Artstations in the same time. So, we may see that those people here, they are new, completely new. They're from now, today. And those are posted now. These are not so new, but they are posted now. All those things are posted since I start sculpting. And this we already saw. So, yeah. We don't need to duplicate that much. It's not needed. We saw it and we made the review. Don't need duplication. This is from one of my courses actually, but we'll get there at some point maybe. You decided on Blender? I have decided on Blender, yes. Blender. I may end up paying some more for a workflow. I have a little time to do to develop. Yeah, the workflow. Workflow. Everybody wants the workflow. Who have the workflow? I had a workflow back in the days, but I show it. I show all of my workflow in YouTube for free. Let's check it out, by the way. If you write the speed chart game character, create a commercial game 3D character episode 01. Wow. This is the younger me, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, making this character from scratch, absolutely live, and we have the whole playlist in here. Today we will see how we will make this goggles on his head, of course. But how to go to the playlist? Ah, this is the playlist, okay. Let me select a mesh. Or no. I don't know how to go to the playlist itself. Maybe go to the channel, go to playlist, and then we have only one playlist. Click on it, and you will have this, and then the next video will come here. Yeah, they are numbered, so you will see they are. How to go to the playlist? View full playlist. Ah, yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you want to hear me curse a lot, let me see where it was the cursing. Chain retopology, yeah, it's and even here it says 18 plus on the thumbnail, because when I retopologized the chain on the neck of this character, it was yeah, some cursing occurred, let's say that. But yeah, the full thing is here. You don't have to pay. It's in the YouTube channel. Let's see this. Okay, the mummy, a pharaoh. The mummy looks very nice. I like the legs. They're very anatomical. So, yeah, pretty cool. Anatomical legs, anatomical everything, except for here. These wrappings, they're too symmetrical. They're too much the same. It doesn't work like this. Although the anatomy and everything is very cool, but the wraps are not good. Let's see this. Okay, good anatomy study. The place of this study is not in your professional portfolio, but it's fine. It's looking good. This one looks very, very, very good. Yeah, this kind of a old man anatomy I haven't done, never actually, so it intrigues me a lot. I like the legs and the feet. They are pretty fantastically made. You know, to the toe of the fingers, of the toes. It's very nice. Nice hands, nice abdominal. Everything is very, very nice. So this has a place to your professional portfolio because it's a finished and very detailed anatomical sculpt. This realistic portrait, I don't know how realistic it is exactly, but it doesn't seem bad. This looks a little bit like Angelina Jolie on the face, and very nice. You have all the little pores and everything. Very cool. Yeah, it's Angelina Jolie, alright. The main render doesn't seem that nice. It's kind of a greenish tint to it, and it could be better. I think it could be better. A cool character. But, okay, this is the video. Let's see. We have the turntable and the character here. I would like to see the turntable only, like a big version of it. Not with the character on the side, but still. Wow, this character looks very good. I like the shirt, and the folds here they're very nice, and maybe a little bit too much in some places, but it's better this way. It's better this way than the other way. It's nice. Yeah, so where is the marmoset? Not marmoset, but this program for the folds, for the clothes. It's not here, so but these folds are not made by hand. It's kind of very difficult to make this fold by hand, although not impossible. So maybe they are made by hand, which is great. It speaks a lot for the guy. But when we see this kind of a thumbnail doesn't look quite well. It doesn't present the amazing quality of the character quite well. So this guy knows how to make folds, and Marvel's designer is here. Probably he has used it in the last model, but he didn't, just forgot to place it here. He's using a lot of programs. Marvel's designer is one of them. It's very nice. Very cool models, probably game ready models. I like it. I like it. But this thing on the top here, it's not representative of the portfolio, so I would change it somehow to something more interesting. It's inevitable to curse while with topology, especially a chain connected with the body. It's very difficult. How do you view the Artstation portfolios that you discuss here? Do you have to register? No. You just have to click on them in my Discord server, and you have to click in the link of the description. Products are inactive, but I'll see if I can pull a link. Can I send my Instagram to review my arts? I have around 3 months since I started 3D characters. Yeah, now you can post your Instagram here, not Artstation, it's fine. But write that you have spent 3 months already to learn. You're not an experienced artist or something. So like this guy. I'm Salim Sadman from Bangladesh, and this is my improvement past 10 months, only 3D. Current full-time generalist at remote. So this guy is remotely working as generalist, but he has done some 3D characters like this one. A fictional alien creature. It looks interesting, I would say, and the render is fine. The materials are cool. There are not too many materials though. But overall, the presentation I like. The model itself, yeah, the anatomy is not on the best level, as we can see. And this is an alien. And many people will say, but this is an alien. The anatomy can be anything. It's true, but when you make something humanoid, you want a good human anatomy on it. If you make a bad human anatomy on it, because you don't know anatomy, it's not like it's an alien. It's just you don't know anatomy enough. And it's visible. So, yeah. Because if you know anatomy enough, you can change it and twist it in a ways that it will still look workable and it will still look nice, but it will be a little bit different from the human anatomy. If you don't know anatomy enough, then you will make something that looks like meh, but it's an alien. But meh, you know. But the render I like. This is from the course. Course teacher Nikolai Nano. This is even me. Okay, good. Yeah, shadow. What's missing here a lot is two things. Bigger hair, because now she looks like she has very small hair and her top of the head has to be bigger. It looks very small. And second thing is shadow on the eyeball. On the top of the eyeball, you have to have a shadow from the eyelashes and from the upper eyelid, which you usually have to just paint a little bit with a brush. If you don't do that, she looks like she's doing this with very open eyes. So bear that in mind. Other than that, good job. We need more artworks also. But don't just put any artworks, old artworks there. It's not a good thing. Recent artworks. So work more now and put more artworks there. By the way, the people who have posted today, we will not be able to get to most of them. Unfortunately, we don't have that time. Wow, this looks amazing from the thumbnails. Ooh, let's see this one. I think I've played this one. Yeah, a very nice game. I had one with the wolf from Ну Погоди. Russian people know what I'm talking about. Ta na 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 na. Ta 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 ta. So this is Ну Погоди is a cartoon, very famous cartoon for, it was a Russian, of course, Soviet Union cartoon with a wolf and a rabbit. It's similar to Tom and Jerry, but it's with wolf and a rabbit, and it's very well made, very nice, with very nice music, very bright, very cool. And we had a game like this with the wolf. He was collecting eggs with a basket, collecting eggs from the sides. The eggs were coming from the sides. Very interesting. But more interesting, we have this robot. What? This is super detailed and a lot of work have gone into this robot, I think. If somebody is showing me a concept of this robot and say how much money you will take to make this, I would say I will take no money. I will just not do it. I will not. It's too much work, and the weapon also is a lot of things to do. You know, it's a lot of work. And at the end, it's interesting, but since it's mostly metal, it's not that interesting. If this was a model with a little bit of metal, here and there skin, some clothes, it will be much more interesting and nice to look at. Okay, hairstyle, not bad at all. Very good. Clothes. What is this? ZLOL fan art. This is League of Legends, probably character. This is 3 years ago, so this is not superb. This one is 10 months ago, and it is, as you can see, well, wow. Real-time character art, this based on the AI concept I found on Pinterest. Really good job. Really good. Everybody is seeing that, of course. When something is good, you just see it. Wow, these swords are made pretty well. Yeah, here it's not exactly like this. But it doesn't matter. It looks fine. And here we have this elaborate thing. It's wow. And the render, the materials, the presentation, it's super nice. This is the concept itself. You see, from the AI concept, you can do pretty well, pretty good things if you can. But this guy is actually a character artist, or an artist, 3D artist, a character artist in a studio. So he is not just a hobbyist. He is doing this for work. But even there are people who are doing this for work and they still are not in this level. So he's on a very, very high level, I would say. Looking from these last things. Okay, red dress girl. Good. Not bad. She's not stepping in this bed. And this bed actually looks like it's made of stone. Because her heels are not, going inside the soft fabric and the mattress. They're just staying above, so it's made of stone. It's hard. It's hard bed. And also the pose is a little bit like boring, but it's fine. The girl is looking good. So I don't know. But the problem is that this looks like a work from Dust 3D. Dust 3D has amazing female models with a lot of clothes, and you can make this scene in Dust 3D very, very easy, I guess. I haven't done that, but I've seen scenes exactly like this made with Dust 3D. That's why this doesn't impress me a lot. This impressed me a lot. This one also, very nice. And this one also is superb. This one I would remove, actually. I don't like it. Also, we don't have wireframe. We don't have rig to see the rig. We don't have UVs to see. Nothing. Just some renders from here and there, which can be done, again, I say, in Dust 3D Studio. Okay. Fabian Ortego. Is it? Orego. Fabian Orego. From Colombia. Yeah, we have a very good model here. I mean, good anatomy. Pretty good. This one. Not bad. The render is a little bit muddy, but it's fine. Wow. Very nice. I like this a lot. The pose is very action, very cool. The anatomy is very cool. It almost looks like a drawing. It's very nice. This guy knows what he's doing. Definitely. Wow, this dragon is super nice. I like the presentation. And maybe the head would be better if it's turned a little bit. So it's like 3/4 to see a little bit more of the shape. But overall, very good job. And also a low poly. Wow. A low poly and nice texture. So a lot of time was spent on this one. It's not like a 5 hours job, it's a lot more time. Impressive. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. From this one, I'm not that impressed. Ooh, that has animation. It's a little bit too glowy and everything. It's not, I don't know. I had the pleasure to work on this great character for some video game. It's fine, but overall those characters doesn't look good on the thumbnail. They look a little bit too bright and too exposed or whatever I can call it. So I wouldn't click on them. Let's see this. Should be good. Ooh, it's very nice with short legs, but very anatomical. Good anatomy. And good anatomy on the arm here. You see the knuckles, everything. Very, very nice. The render itself although it's a little bit, bah, it's not that good. Better render is required, like this one. Sharp and nice. This one is more like, meh, 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, this guy was very good. Now, last month, he's even better. This one, 10 months ago, of course. So, I probably would remove some of those things. But yeah, the oldest works, or just make a better render of this one. Obviously, the guy can make a better renders. So, yeah. Okay, we will probably stop here, because already, how many hours? 2 hours and 10 minutes. We usually like to cut it on 2 hours. Okay, guys. Fabiano is great. Good. Okay, guys. Bye for now, and in the next, probably Monday, next video, we will do some model. And then in the week, we will make another video of the Artstation reviews. Hopefully you're happy with those reviews. I'm not sure. Next week. Next week, Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, we'll see. Mine is next. Okay, Wasim. We will do yours. Although, we have to wait for the next week, but wow. You see, now when I look at this, I see nice thumbnails, well thought of. Everything is separated from the background pretty well. So everything seems coherent and nice. This one looks very cool, very nice. Although it's relatively simple model, it's well made, it's clean, everything is nicely made except for this patch of hair here. And when you make a turntable, make sure that you make everything detailed, also in the back, because it's a turntable. Otherwise, don't make a turntable. You know, that's one problem. This is fine. The pose is a little bit boring, but I like the stylized hair, and it's a low poly as I can see. Yeah, it's a low poly. The A pose model looks great. This pose is a little bit awkward, but the model itself looks super nice. Very clean, very cool. We have the wireframe here, very nice. What is this? Again, this is a little bit wash out. It's not that, and also here on the pants, I would put like a couple of big folds, just very few. And also here on this wrap, also like a little bit of folds. Otherwise, it stays too clean. You know, yes, it's a stylized model. Yes, it's very stylized, but still here and there, not very thin folds like these ones that are barely visible, but a few big ones, but exactly placed right, which is difficult. I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult, but it has to be done. Very clean, very sharp, nice things. This one. Ooh. Yeah, we like it. Nice. Stylized facial anatomy study based on random concept found online. Exactly. You find a nice concept you like, and then make a study. And then if something happens to be fine, if the study came out alright, you can make a nice render with materials and colorful and present it well in your Artstation. It could be nice. This guy has even some animation. Nice. Alright. Good job. Mine is in next 5. Yeah, but as I said, next week I will, if you keep this announcement channel not muted, you will know where I stream, when I stream. If you mute the whole server, like many people are doing this, muting the whole server, and then, Nico, but when you stream, if you mute the server, you will know, you will not know. So this announcement channel here, I can write in this channel, nobody else. So if you want to know where I stream, when I release a new course, just, and the course links probably also, but I rarely write here because I don't do courses these days. I will, but I don't have courses right now made. New courses. So the announcement channel, just make sure this channel is not muted, if you can. Mute channel, unmute. I don't know how, but yeah, and then you will know where I stream, when I stream. My time zone right now in my time zone is 3 o'clock 15. So 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 15:14 if we have to be completely exact. So the hour is 15 and 14 minutes. Bye for now. Let's see, where is my stream OBS?